Hi, I am Dr. Scout, and I'm going to be your guide to all things LGBTQ health related for the week of March 27th, 2015. This is brought to you by LGBT HealthLink, where I'm the director. We are a part of CenterLink, the community of LGBT centers around the country. So stay with us. Let's find out what you need to know about our health this week. In our first story, a federal judge just ruled that under Obamacare, healthcare providers cannot discriminate against trans patients. Yay! The ruling says that under Section 1557 of the Affordable Care Act, that allows trans patients to sue if they're discriminated against because of their gender identity. The ruling will help trans patients get compensation if they're mistreated and could have very widespread effects. Obviously, this isn't a total fix for healthcare discrimination everywhere, but it's absolutely a huge step in the right direction. Our next story, how's this for a great idea? Santa Clara County is moving to create an Office of LGBTQ Affairs. Their plan is to have the office tackle the county's queer youth homelessness problem, discrimination in nursing homes, unequal medical treatment, as well as other problems that are unique to our population. This all sounds like music to our ears, so we'd now like everybody else to do the same thing as quickly as you can. Next up, there's new care guidelines for elderly LGBT patients. The American Geriatric Society recently voiced their support for fair treatment of elderly LGBT patients and released new guidelines on how to make it happen. They're meant for geriatric care, but really should be something that's followed by all healthcare providers. Respecting patients' rights, asking patient preferences, be open, don't judge, and stay informed. Good job to them. In our next story, everybody knows that bullying is straight up awful, but its effects may be worse for LGB, they didn't collect T, teens. A new study found that both straight and LGB teens were bullied. The LGB teens thought about suicide as a result more often than their straight peers. The research thought that dealing with stigma or lack of social support on top of being bullied is causing the worst mental health problems for our teens. It's worth repeating, being a teen is hard, but being an LGBT teen can be much, much harder. So here's an interesting twist on normal health stories about us. What about what happens when you're an ally to the LGBTQ communities? Researchers haven't usually studied that, but in an interesting new study, they found that being an ally to us, those people reported a series of benefits, including upholding justice, a greater sense of community belonging. They concluded that being an LGBT ally is rewarding in and of itself and may enhance the health and well-being of those allies. We like it. And next up, you might remember a few weeks ago, we were all excited that the Family Medical Leave Act would now cover married couples no matter where they resided, thanks to a new directive by Obama. Well, thanks now to the states of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Nebraska, who were claiming irreparable harm from this policy expansion, it's now blocked by a court order. But note, you can still use it for your kids, even if you're not married. That isn't affected. Still, we are calling this the silliest news story of the week. And we wanted to end on a good note. We know that Indiana has been in the news a lot this week over signing what's been called the worst LGBT legislation in the law. We're happy to report a bit of good news about the state. Their Department of Health recently contacted LGBT HealthLink and brought us out to train their staff for tobacco and cancer work in doing more LGBT inclusion. We're more than heartened about the plans the staff came up with to enhance their coming work, and we also commend them for staying science-driven in an environment which clearly is not as welcoming. That's it. That's all the news you need to know about our community's health this week. Please join me again next week and every week for everything you need to know in just a few minutes. If you like us, follow us and share. Bye.